and happy Valentine's Day. In this video we are creating this extremely sweet and extremely pink makeup look that you can wear on your romantic date, on your Galentine's Day, or in any sort of activity that you have planned for Valentine's Day. Let's get into it. The first step, of course, is to prime our eyes, and I'm using this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer. This is an eyeshadow base that I really love, and you definitely know that if you've been around for a while because I always use this. And for this task, I really prefer this kind of really small beauty blender because I feel like it's more precise that way. While I'm applying this, definitely take a second to let us know down in the comment section which eyeshadow primer you love the most, which is your holy grail, because I, for example, am really open to experimentation and I would love to try out more really great products. However, this NYX primer is probably going to remain my staple. We're doing the eyes first because we might get a lot of pink fallout in the under eye area and we don't want to ruin the face makeup. First of all, I'm going to begin with Matte by Huda Beauty. This is one of my favorite palettes, as you know. And I'm taking this middle shade right here, which is one of my most used, and applying it in the inner corner, but not necessarily right here. As you can see, I'm kind of going towards the center of my eyelid. You can feel free to pack a lot of pigment, especially from the lighter colors. These are those that I'm referring to because you will see that we will need this sort of pretty soft but pink base in order to blend everything out really smoothly. Now, I can't tell if I accidentally got some on my nose or if this is the way my nose looks, but anyways, as you can see, I'm blending it in the crease right here and above where my eye folds. And especially with this sort of really bold makeup, don't be afraid to experiment a little, to get out of your comfort zone, because come on, it's Valentine's Day, right? So this is the perfect day to be pink and sweet. As opposed to most of my tutorials, you can kind of see that I'm doing my eyes in parallel. Usually I just do one and then I do the other one off camera. Right now I'm feeling a bit out of practice because I haven't done such a colorful look in a really long while, and honestly I don't want to forget the steps that I did or the exact shades that I used, so we're going to do it the safe way. As you can see with the excess on this brush, I'm creating this sort of line here. We are going to need this in order to be able to better blend the darker pinks and the more intense pinks, let's say. And if you feel like the brush is lacking, make sure to softly load it up, okay? So don't just go in here like you would normally, okay? Just softly, like, tap. You know, we are moving to another holy grail from Huda Beauty that I have. This is the Rich Nude Obsessions palette, and again, if you've been following me, you know how much I love this one. I remember when I got it on Christmas that I was so excited. This was my first ever Huda palette and I still swear by it. We are going to go again with this middle shade and apply it in the outer corner, and as you probably see by now, we are focusing on cold shades of pink. Even though this one might come off a bit warmer compared to the first one that we used, I promise you that you don't want to involve any sort of peachy shades in this makeup. You will, however, kind of sort of gravitate towards some burgundy, maybe. I'm still deciding on that, but I'm not sure it would be the best for you to also make use of really peachy pinks, warm pinks, like warm toned pinks, because those will really contrast oddly with the rest of the makeup, and we definitely don't want that. We want the look to remain this sort of really bubblegumish color. But of course, as I was saying, maybe it's counterintuitive, but we can and we probably will add some red or burgundy as well. I was thinking at first of also doing an eyeliner, but honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. But like, you already saw the look completed in the intro, so you definitely know better than I do. So the reason why I'm opting probably against an eyeliner is because the look is going to be pretty intense on its own and I don't want to take away from it, you know, in literally any way, including like red eyeliner, because that was what I was intending to do at first. This is the pink base for now and I feel like it's so sweet, so nice. I'm loving it. And you see blending blending goes a long way. I forgot to mention that I'm using this brush. So far I've only used this one. As you can see, it's on the fluffier side, but it's still kind of flat. I don't know how to show it to you. You can of course use a rounder brush, for example this sort of brush. This is from Real Techniques. We might make use of it a bit later, but the thing is I feel like this one is just a bit too wide for applying the pink like we did. By the way, can we please take a moment to appreciate my Valentine's Day mug? Of course, it's not Valentine's Day only. I love this every season of the year. It's actually hand painted by me. This was hand painted 2 years ago. I went on a date with my boyfriend to this place called Ceramic Cafe in my city, and it's literally what it sounds. You paint on pottery and you sip and you talk, and it's amazing. Me from the present, I would make the hearts just a bit brighter, but obviously it was my first time painting and I didn't know how intense the paint would be after they burn it, because you know they put it in an oven and like, yeah, it's a whole process. I'm really proud of it, and it has small dots inside and this heart here. Anyways, I really loved doing this setup for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited because this is one of my favorite holidays in the year, because of course pink, pink, pink and hearts, and like everybody's soft and eating chocolate and getting flowers. So shall we continue? Okay, I have to say I'm a bit nervous. I haven't done, as I was telling you, really intense bold colors in a while. I'm thinking of adding this. If my memory serves me right, this is going to be a pretty intense pink. There's only one way to find out. Ah, this is perfect. Okay, I'm just going to play a bit more because this is perfect. It actually has a reddish tint to it. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but this is the perfect shade that I was looking for. So again, this one, and I'm softly taking it in the crease as well, also focusing on this edge. By the way, the tape is totally optional. If you don't like it, or if it feels way too uncomfortable for you, you can skip it and then clean the edges afterwards with some micellar water on a cotton pad like I showed you, I don't know, a few weeks ago I think. However, unfortunately, the cotton pad is never going to achieve the sharpness of the makeup done with the tape. So if you wanna go like full pro, if you wanna give it all, then just use the tape. To be honest with you, it feels really uncomfortable for me as well, especially because it's been a long time since I applied this kind of tape. But it's really convenient, especially for this purpose, and I wouldn't necessarily encourage you to even like think about sharpening it with concealer afterward if you haven't used the tape, because I'm pretty sure that concealer will not do its like full job, especially on like really hot pink, all of these shades that we're using. But this is perfect. I'm literally living my Barbie dream. To return to the matte palette by Huda, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm a bit undecided, but I think I'm going to go with this one. This is the lightest shade. This is like a ballerina slipper. This is like a ballerina shade, if you know what I mean. And I'm using this white brush that I told you about before, and we're going to, okay, maybe not place it so low like I did, but you know, just blending the edges out, especially in this area. No, actually the placement was fine. Do that. And we're going to take it everywhere, including here, but not so much like here. Try to only place a very small amount of pigment. I feel like applying this shade really softened everything out, and you should definitely apply this kind of transit shade in a way. And maybe it would really help you to blend this area while looking down like I do, because this way, especially if you have hooded eyes like I do, you won't be like looking like this and like getting in your lashes or something. And do not skip blending this area over your eyeshadow with a really light pink like I did here, for example, because it's going to make such a difference in the way the eyeshadow sits on the eye and in the way it complements your eye. I'm actually going to take the same really light shade and apply it here, like exactly in the inner corner, a bit overlapping the pink that we first used. And before you wonder why do we have so few brush options, because you know, normally I'm just showing you use this, use that, whatever. Yeah, it's actually because I'm lazy and I forgot to wash my brushes. And yesterday when I remember like, yeah, tomorrow I want to film this for like Valentine's Day, I realized that I wasn't in the mood to wash any brushes, and these were the only like semi-clean. I'm just going to add a bit more of the really light pink around here because it's not necessarily really bright, it's just blending everything in pretty nicely. And you know what? I'm really living through a big dilemma right now. I know that I'm going to love this look if I leave it matte, but at the same time I know that if I add glitter or shimmer or whatever, I'm also going to love it. So the question is, what do I do? I haven't done a simple matte look in a really long while because I've done a few makeup looks for Christmas. If you remember, I have a playlist on that. Yes, this is sharp, this is perfect. Also, let me know what you think in the comments, like what would you do? Would you leave this matte? Would you add shimmer, glitter, etc.? Now we're going to be using the Lime Crime Venus. By the way, I'm not sure if it's real, but I heard that they're discontinuing like, I don't know, eye palettes or like makeup in general, and I'm so heartbroken over that because if you've been in the makeup community, when it came out everybody was raving about it and I had to wait for such a long while before getting it. It's one of my most prized palettes and I want to use the shade Muse to outline my waterline. This burgundy, while we are lining our waterlines together very carefully, I hope. I really want to know what your plans are for Valentine's Day, if you're spending it with your friends, if you're spending it with your boyfriend, if you're having like a Galentine's gathering, going on a date, maybe watching sad romantic movies. I want to know, so let me know down in the comment section. I'm going to fully take the risk, take this brush and apply just a bit of Muse in my crease without blending it here so I don't ruin everything, but I really have to see how Muse looks in the outer corner. And just as I expected, this is like a mulled wine kind of color and it's perfect and it really added the edge that I was looking for to the look. It was an amazing decision. And by the way, it's so sad that these are not going to be produced anymore because these are such good quality. Like, do you see how fast that blended and how flawlessly that blended? I was always so impressed with the quality of Lime Crime. And this definitely brings the whole look together because we have the same color here and here as well. It's really complementing each other. And for the inner corner of my waterline, if that makes any sense, we're going to use this shade. And where they meet in the middle, try to kind of blend it out together really softly. You don't want to get any product in your eye, you don't want to poke your eye. And the final decision is going to be against glitter because this matte look is so pretty on its own. However, of course, we're going to use some highlight and I want to use the shade Shell from the Venus palette. I'm playing this with this kind of round brush and I took a bit too much, placing it here. This is iridescent. It was definitely easier for me to do both of my eyes at the same time, even though it basically didn't even take that much longer, honestly. I felt like it was more fun that way because that's how I usually get ready. Like whenever I don't film a makeover, I usually just do both of my eyes because like that's a normal and advised thing to do, and definitely now it was a good decision. I'm now going to apply my Holy Grail mascara by Too Faced and I'm going to make funny and weird faces off the camera for this one. After we do the face makeup, I have these really pretty pink pearls that I want to add because I thought they are cute and like this is what a fairy would wear. Before that, I'm using this Angel Veil primer to prime my whole face. Remember that we need a smooth base in order to flawlessly apply our products and for them to really last. For foundation, I'm still in my using all the testers in my house era that I've been telling you for such a long while already. I'm still not through with them, so today we're using this one. This is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever foundation, and I'm first going to use shade 20N. I'm pretty sure I've used this foundation before on another video, and from what I remember, I actually really enjoyed it. Like, it goes with most of these testers. They are a bit too dark for my skin tone. However, we will have to do with that situation and probably just get it fixed with, oh my god, why is this so yellow? Oh my god. We will have to also fix it with the concealer. And today we're testing a sample that I'm really excited about when it comes to concealer. While I'm blending my foundation, I just want to say that in my opinion, and guys, this is my opinion, you do need a primer, okay? I know that lately, especially in order for us to not hoard all these products and keep buying makeup and so on, there are people encouraging us to not use primers because they are the same as moisturizers, because they do the same as a moisturizer. As a person who has used both primers and moisturizers, I can 100% guarantee you that they do not do the same. They might have similar ingredients on that, I don't know. I will not talk about that because I'm not like specialized in chemistry, okay? I'm not sure what the ingredients are. However, I can tell you, when I started into makeup, I wasn't using a primer, obviously, because we just thought like you didn't need one, you could just use a moisturizer, right? By the way, we're now moving to concealer. I'm using this Rare Beauty Positive Light Under Eye Brightener, and I keep wanting to buy this actually. I'm 100% sure that I'm going to love it. However, it's always sold out. I don't know why. I'm going to go in really bravely with the shade Light with $1. Is this going to be way too light? We don't know. And a really small beauty blender again. There is so little product in this tester. Wow, this is cooling. This is amazing. This is perfect. I knew I would love this product, hence my persistence. Maybe one day I will actually open the Sephora app and it will be in stock. And the right shade. As I was saying, take it from somebody who has replaced primers with moisturizers and who has saved money and didn't buy a separate primer, especially, you know, when I was getting started with makeup. As I was telling you, I got so many breakouts because of that. My skin was doing so bad. The products were not sitting right. All my yapping literally filled the whole memory of my camera. As I was saying, take it from somebody who's been there and who's ruined their face a couple of times, struggled with really uneven, patchy, weird products that were literally moving around, and a good primer can really take you a long way, even if the foundation and the primer and so on aren't like the highest quality ever. So use that primer. Don't cheap out on the primer. I mean, this one from NYX that I'm using, the Angel Veil, so affordable, so good. I've had this for over a year and I'm doing my face makeup quite a lot. So my point is, you don't need really high-end products. If you have a good primer, it might actually double their potential, to say so. And if you're not using a primer, you might be wasting them. I'm going to now fix my makeup with this baby powder by Huda Beauty. This is in Cherry Blossom Cake. And I'm using this little cushiony thing, spongy thing, I don't know, from Makeup Revolution. I feel like this is really precise, and maybe you've heard me complain that this is way too round and I cannot get right in the inner corner of my eye where my concealer needs like a lot of fixing. So thank God I now have this, and oh, I'm going to look weird while doing it, I know, I'm sorry. Nice this is, because it really gets in here and it's not messing everything up, and this smells so good and I just love this product so much. You have heard me talk about this like countless times. This is currently the only setting powder that I own and I don't need any more. Like, I just need a lifetime supply of this. We're going to use the Hoola by Benefit to bronze a little, just to add some color to my face. However, this step is kind of optional, and honestly I'm just doing this because this morning I did my makeup like to go out and I discovered that I just love the way this sits with the blush combo that I'm going to show you in just a little. I'm going to use this blush brush, and first of all, these are the palettes that we're going to be using, the Too Faced Snow Globes, because it's still winter and I still want to be using this because I know that once spring comes, this will be too wintry and I'm going to put them to rest until next winter. However, if you're thirsty for some vintage looking, really pretty snow globe content, make sure to check my now very nostalgic but still in theme playlist of Christmas makeup. This year I did 4 looks with these palettes that you can still wear now. First of all, I want to use Pink Macaron. This is a really like bright hot pink, and I'm being a bit more careful with this one because I don't want it everywhere. I don't know what this specific spot of my face is called, but you want to go with it here. And you can do this blush combo with mainly any blush as long as it's like cool toned one and a warm toned one. So peachy one and the hot pink. And now Peach on Earth, the peachy obviously blush. Now you have fun with this one, okay? You kind of place it everywhere like this. Do not be shy, kind of blend it in, and this will really elongate everything. And of course some highlighter is in order and I'm using this one. This is Candlelight. I'm applying it with this brush. This is really big, but it was originally intended as an eyeshadow brush. This is from Oriflame, by the way. And I'm softly just going with it here, like on top of the blush. And just don't be afraid to use it, don't be afraid to really highlight everything. I know that it's not trendy anymore, but like at this point, just do whatever feels right and fun for you, and however you feel most confident, just get that, do that. I am now brushing off the excess setting powder, even though I'm not really seeing any, but just for good measure, make sure to do this because otherwise you actually risk your makeup looking cakey, like it's against the point. All we have left are the accessories and the lips. However, first I want to address the perfume because we really have to pay attention to the perfume that we're wearing today, which is why I chose Miss Dior. This is the Rose and Roses, and I love this perfume. This is the girliest, most dainty, just absolutely beautiful, and I have it in the roller version. I have these face gems and these pearls. However, right now the face gems are looking a bit too pink to me. I don't know, is it just me? I'm not sure. Can you see them? I hope so. By the way, take a look at my nails, please, because are you kidding me? This nail polish was like €2. Yeah, 2. And it looks so nice. I've had it on for a week now and it's just so pretty. I was actually going for a hotter pink, but when I put this on, I was like, yeah, this is even better. I feel like these are too much, so I'm just going in with the pearls, but thing is, the pearls I took from a craft store, so these are not totally intended to go on your face, hence we're not going to be using them on our eyes, which I don't advise anyway. We're just going to place them on my face, and of course just placing them like this. They are a bit bigger than I intended. Now they got stuck together. Oh no. Okay, these ones are not coming apart anymore. They are a bit bigger than I intended, as I was saying, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, but maybe it will show up better in pictures. Should I just pick like this? Do we want more? I'm just going to leave it at that, which is counterintuitive because I wanted something more dramatic, but I feel like they are just way too big. And I do have other pearls, however they are white, and I don't want to contaminate the look with non-pink stuff, so an even harder decision than applying or not applying more pearls has come over us, and that is what lipstick I'm going to use because when I was planning this look in my head, I was like, yeah, of course, I'm just going to use the Cherry on the Cake lip oil by Gizu because this is like the most Valentine's Day themed product that I own. However, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want a more neutral lip so everything else stands out. So I just really think we're going to try both of them. And I'm going to start with the cherry on the cake because this is easier to remove than the other lip that I have planned out. However, they are both glossy. Don't worry, we are done with the matte effect. And now I'm just grateful again that I didn't do like a really sparkly eye look. I'm going to line my lips using this Revolution pencil. This is in the shade Chauffeur. You know how much I love this. Now, yeah, obviously not the good shade for the lip oil. However, Miss Girl here does not own a red lip liner. However weird that might sound, I just don't. This is what I'm doing. And by the way, my hands are shaking so badly, like I didn't even notice. And prepare yourselves for the greatness of the Gizu lip oil because this product is just my favorite thing ever. You ask yourselves or ask me like, why did you even line your lips? You can't even see that. Trust me, it changes everything. Even though you can't see the lip liner anymore, which was the purpose because it was too light, it did have this making my lips fuller effect. This is the look with the cherry lip oil by Gizu and I am so loving this. Should I just keep this one because I had a really cool one planned for the neutral version, so I don't even know what to do. The Gizu lip oil is going to remain on my lips because this looks like such a sweet and full of life look, and I don't want to take any of the fun by doing a really neutral lip, even though the option that I had in mind was a really cool one. So we're just going to keep that for another video. By the way, this is my bag for Valentine's Day for my date, and it has these hearts and it's so pink. This is vintage by Jane Shilton. Is one of my most prized and most fun possessions. And if you're interested in seeing more Valentine's Day fashion, because it's literally the season and also because it's like the best fashion, make sure to go and check out my video in which we talk loads about any kind of Valentine's Day attire. As always, I had to wear my heart earrings. This one have like this cute little pearl here. They are from Claire's actually. The necklace is from Swarovski and the top is from H&M. None of these are sponsored. I'm just letting you know the cool things that I find and that I like and wear. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day again, and I'll see you fairies next time. Much love. Bye!